Magemeso is my name. I'm a transport officer, and I happened to join URA as far back as 1995. And I joined URA as a driver by then, the name driver, as compared to the current, which is fleet assistant. Reached a time when I was again given an opportunity, and I was regraded to departmental administrator. After going through the restructuring, I was given the opportunity and appointed to be the transport officer. By the time I joined URA in 1995, transport office or transport section was a small unit with a few less than 100 vehicles, and the majority of the vehicles of the fleet was very old, very old. There was no fleet management policy. There was no policy that, that governs management of the fleet of URA at the time. We owned the vehicles, but there was no policy that could really guide the users or the drivers then on how to do ABCD. For example, it would be the driver to come and ask the transport officer, okay, or the head of transport at that time, that I don't have fuel in the vehicle. So it was at the discretion of the transport head to see how much fuel to give. And of course, given the circumstances of lack of integrity to some of the drivers at that time, they could say, I don't have fuel when he has a full tank in his tank. Secondly, he could say, you are sending me to Gulu, I need 200 liters. So there was nothing to guide, okay, on the efficiency and the utilization of the resources at that time, because there was no policy in place. I'm glad to inform you that URA sponsored me for training in South Africa, and when I came back, I championed the formulation of the policy, which is now the fleet management policy, which was approved in 2013, which we are currently using to manage our fleet. The demand for revenue increased, okay? And therefore, it necessitated automatically now to graduate from very old and few vehicles to start looking forward to efficient vehicles that can manage to mobilize the collection of revenue. That's why you find that today, at least we have now 226 vehicles across East Africa. Also, there are quite a number of initiatives that have come on board. For example, in the past, we never used to have any system that could probably, help us to manage and monitor the fleet. However, as time went by, we tried to develop. We tried to acquire some systems, okay? We migrated from the Excel, which we were using just to capture data and keep it in the Excel form, and then we migrated to the SAN system, which helped us which improved our processes. And then from there, now we have the ERP, okay? We can now monitor, okay, all our processes. For example, LOPOs, invoices, up to the payment stages, right? It is quite very efficient, and it has really helped us as officers in transport office to manage the huge fleet that we have. On top of that, also we have acquired the fleet management information system. It's also a certain module that helps us to, to locate where these vehicles are at real time. How are they driving these vehicles, right? It can help us to see the acceleration and decelerations of these driving habits of our fleet assistants. So we have really gone far as far as modernizing fleet office in URA. I'm proud with URA because really a lot of attention of management has been focused on the fleet, because as you are aware, without mobility, easy mobility, then revenue collection wouldn't be all that very much possible. I'm proud that at least we have acquired modern, efficient vehicles that can really run up and down on all the terrains across the country at real time. And also I'm proud to say that URA has modernized fleet office, because now everything is a click to see whatever information that is required about the operations of our fleet. So I'm proud to say that URA management has really put fleet at its forefront.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.